It can't be Sunday already, surely not. And yet, here we are. I don't remember anything about this game, so that's gonna be great. I know we're like in the middle of a case, so yeah, let's hop on over there. See if we can figure out what the hell we were doing. See if I can remember any of the any of the relevant facts. And see if I can remember how to control it. I think it was with a controller, not mouse and keyboard, right? Hello, Pip. Good morning. Let's get you over on the actual game stream. Okay, we are somewhere. And hello, Dean. All the early English people. Hello, hello. As expected, I don't remember what's going on. So that's great. Let's have a quick read through. I'm doing well. How are you? Is your weather as fantastic as it has been here for the past week? Okay, I would like to scroll in this. Ooh, gray and drizzly, that's not fun. Oh, that's a very old case, though, isn't it? It's been nice to look at a Stella chill. What? Hello, Jay. Jay, to answer your question, yes. Yes, you have been shrinking. You just didn't know it yet. I only caught the end of your stream, to be fair. So, how did it go? How are the blueprints treating you?
Okay. One down. One to go.
One down, one to go.
Well, that is perfect. Yeah, that's something, like, from what I've seen and heard about the game, it's something that keeps me from, like, hopping into it myself. That toward the end, you just need RNG to really work out, to feel like you're making proper progress. Surely it will turn out better next time, though. So, Jane Raiders, we are in space. We are the head of security on a generational colony ship heading someplace to colonize because Earth is screwed. And as it turns out, not everybody is happy with the pseudo case system between like crew and cargo, aka passengers. Oh, gotcha. So the game kinda pushes certain elements and moments forward on its own. Just not necessarily the ones you want right now. Fair enough. Okay. Yes, I remember now. The case we're currently on is the unhappy people, I'm gonna call it, the dissidents, have been using the very restricted resource paper, which can only be gotten at a few places, and we've checked out 2 of those, and those worked out. But we can't get into the activities room because the only person with the key is busy somewhere. Now we could probably close out this case by just naming the activities room, because the other two check out. But I think I wanted to try and get some more info. Right, we're at the recycling thing. Apparently I've gone through all the talk options with this guy, but I can't show him things to see if he has any info on anything. Yeah, with honestly most games is not quite right, but a lot of games in that style just have a luck factor, and I guess sometimes it works out and sometimes not. Yeah, I think I showed him these before and it didn't help, right? Yeah, I did. Didn't you ask me about this earlier? That's not the right move, that's the right one. Right, this case is temporarily done, yes? Yeah, I need to find out where to meet the caretaker for the activities room. So let's find out where the activities room even was and see if we can find the... because I don't remember the name. Excellent. Of that caretaker. Yeah, you're in the epilogue, the finding out everything part of the game, I guess. This is just the gym, right? Not the activities room. Yeah, that was up here. Oh, right. There was this keypad. The credits rolled a month ago. Good grief. That is a long time. Wrong button. Yeah, the keypad had certain numbers touched more, worn out more. I know I tried a few combinations last time, which sadly isn't last week, so I don't really remember which ones. I'm pretty sure I decided that like the 8 was well, at least as well worn out as the 4. There was like 8-4 or 4-8, and then 0 and then 2. But I don't think either of those worked. Let's try 4802 just for the hell of it. 4802. Nope. No, I'm between horizons. There's... please don't broaden any horizons, otherwise I get squished. Hello, show. Still the wrong button. Okay, there's the activities room, yes. Caretaker Devron. Who is where exactly? Don't think I've spoken to him. R1B. Can we just try and go there? Is that how you say hello now, Dean? Hello, Anirin. You're up early. Closed places. Yeah, R1B is there. But I don't think we can just go there, can we? I just associate show with fishing now. Oh dear. Wait. No, come out here. There we go. R1A. R1B, excellent. Thanks, Jay. Bon appetit, have some good food. Nice of you to swing by on arrival day. Are you coming to our event at the Earth Museum later? It was all Ocean? She planned and executed the whole thing. That you did. You're always so humble. The installation is about the mission. Ah yes, Dad knows exactly what she's done. About people's jobs on the Zephyr and Eurus D. Yes, right. You should come. I'll swing by. We look forward to seeing you there. That we should get going. Should soon get go. Reading. Sure is hard. That we should soon get going ourselves. Okay, can I ask about the keypad? Is there a way I could get into the activities room now? I know it's closed, but I'd like to take a look around for an investigation. An investigation? I hope there isn't a problem with the room. Not the room itself, just its contents. I assure you we follow all the protocols very carefully. Don't worry, it's not about you or the activities room. I can't disclose any details at this point. Well, that's a relief. If you need to take a look around, I'm certainly happy to help. Oh, it was the other way around. Screw that. The code is my year of birth, 2480. Caramba. Can I just... no. 2, 4. Well, that doesn't look normal. Now we had a button to scan everything. Which one was that? Ah, there we go. Paper leftovers, excellent. Damn, this activities room is big. Nothing more in here? No. And here's the recycler, excellent. Timetable or something? No. Oh, it leads directly to the Earth Museum. Okay. Well then, let's look at our new evidence. $490 grams of paper from the activities room. And where was my list? We had a list of who gets how much paper and who threw out how much paper. It is nice, isn't it? Right, where was that list? Right, yeah, let's see. 940 for the school. And they got like 1100, is that right? 1200, pretty sure. Yeah, we have to find that list. Where is it? Damn it, I know we have an oversight somewhere. But where? Yeah, this was why we determined that the 505 paper recycling was the school. So we have 2 at 604. At 602 and 604 of 255. I know all the paper amounts ended in a flat 00. So 495 for the Art Institute works out, but 490 with 255 thrown away means there's like 5 grams of paper missing. I'd feel better if we could find the goddamn list again, though. Let's, yeah, this is the mixed evidence back. We just need to ask him. So head back over to him, maybe? Only the very best, yes. Well. Back to the residential area. At least it's very obvious how everyone is keeping fit. Just, you know, running around the place is more than enough. Okay, now if I give you the... not that... this, maybe? I found a stack of paper in the activities room. Can you tell me what that's for? Paper? Oh yes, some activities involve drawing or writing with pencils. It's part of the current theme, how things were done back on Earth. People can take scans home, of course. The used paper goes into the recycler when the week is over. Do you know how much paper was left today when you closed for the week? Oof, no idea. Yeah, I've done that. Would you notice if anyone took a piece of paper with them? I probably wouldn't. I'm there to supervise whenever it's open, but it's a big place and there's always a lot going on. But I don't think anyone would break the rules. I don't see why they would. How much paper do you have at your disposal every week? Thank you. Okay. Oh. It was in here, wasn't it? Yeah, there it is. 750, 1200, and 750. Right. So the school was 940 and 260. That works out. And then 750 and 750. And we know 255. 750 minus 255 is 495. Yeah, the activity room is our definite thing. Yes. Please come to my office so we can prepare our operation at the Earth Museum. Okay. Wait, was it here? No, right, we need to get to the captain's office. Oh well, elevator's elevator. That's not an elevator. Where the hell am I? Oh, it's 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, here's the cells. Interrogation room. Time to head out. Bloody hell. That's an elevator. Look at that. Even looks like one. Hello. Chief, I saw you submitted your results. The origin of the paper will have to wait. We first need to focus on the meeting at the arrival day event that was mentioned in the letter. The Earth Museum just opened its doors, and the event is about to start. You suspect that the letter was addressed to Louis after all. Good work. We'll bug him and send him in once you give us the go-ahead. Now listen closely. There will be people around the museum dressed in their work attire as part of the event. One of them must be the contact mentioned in the letter. Go to the event, have another look at everything we found, and tell us who. As soon as you submitted your conclusions, we'll send the suspect in to talk to them and get more information. Keep your distance from that point on. Sergeant Edelridge will be talking you through all of it, but don't let people see your earpiece. If you arouse suspicion or if our suspect talks to the wrong person, we might lose our chance to find out who's behind all this. Understood, Captain. Right, we already have some bits and bobs. Yeah. Your contact at the event works in a Category 2 profession. That was the one bit that Doesn't help us because we have no idea what the categories of anyone are. Like, unfortunately, it doesn't say anything on the, well, on these detail screens. Where was the other? There's the other letter. The symbol on this letter will be on their uniform. So the 3 stripes. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, it could be a 10 categories ranking thing, or it could be 3, or I don't know. Right, Earth Museum a little further here. Well, in we go, I guess. I'm a Cat 1 worker. Oh, you're a CEO? No, I clean the toilets. Yeah. We're standing by next door, Chief. I hope you can hear me all right over the music. We assume the contact is one of the people in work attire. They prepared some kind of presentation. Let's try and make our move before it starts. I forgot about that one. Look at that little onion talking to you. Yes, you, Chet. Go over all the information you gather to find out which of the participants our suspect is supposed to talk to. If you're not sure, talk to them. See if that narrows it down somehow. But be careful not to blow our cover, your cover. If they suspect we're onto them, they might no longer respond to the code word. Yes, yes. Chi-Chi is the main suspect, obviously. Okay, it doesn't give me any info here. Fair enough. That's a nice surprise. I didn't expect to see you here. We just spoke like 10 minutes ago. Oh, you know, I thought it sounded interesting. That means a lot coming from an introvert like you. The event is about to start. It's all about how jobs on the Zephyr will be useful on Eurus D. And how some will transform. I knew that was coming. I knew it. Our presenters are dressed in their work attire already. Feel free to ask them anything you want. We also prepared this infographic right here with more information on the topic. We don't have time for this, Chief. Try to cut it short. I will. Check it out, I mean. Hope you have a good time. Happy Arrival Day. Happy Arrival Day. What's this now? Ah, there we are. Category 1. Historians, artists. Okay, so a Cat 2 job is anything with immediate use for the hey Puru, anything with immediate use to the ship itself. Engineers, programmers, I guess security is Cat 3. Let's find out. Hello, Camille. Evening, Chief. Sorry, I need to practice my speech right now. I'm very nervous. As a biologist, I not only do take care of. That's it. Oh dear. And Aaron, Programmer Aaron, you're part of the event as well. Yeah, volunteered to talk about some programming challenges that will face us once we approach, you know, the real arrival day. This is hard having a stroke. Yeah, possibly. Well, not us. More like future's future kid. But it's important that I have an understanding of it today. Won't technology change a fair bit over the next 100 years? You'd think so. It does all the time, but I keep up with Earth's yearly updates. Just recently started working my way through some literature they sent us with this year's Arrival Day package. I see. It's nice that you're so passionate about it. Right, so... Why is Camille... Oh, because we already know Aaron. Gotcha. Yeah, that symbol. See, that's a bit of an issue, because if this is the closest we can see of them, actually seeing 3 stripes anywhere is, Like, as far as I can tell, these guys have 2 stripes on their uniform, yes? Oh. I walked into a speech. Dear visitors, thank you so much for coming to Earth Museum on this very special arrival day. We have invited important people from across the population to share insight into their jobs and the role they play in the museum, in the mission. I hope it will fill you with the same pride and determination that my daughter felt when putting it all together. The presentation will begin shortly. In the meantime, feel free to chat and mingle with each other and our exciting volunteers. Okay, now the doctor and you clearly have 3 stripes. Can't talk to her. Can't talk to him. Destina and Baptiste. Yeah, doctors are... Okay, you're Cat 1 and you're Cat 3, right? Yeah, historians and artists are 1, and doctors and reproductionists are 3. Gotcha. So you're off the hook. Geraldo, however, you look like some kind of engineering person? Yeah. Engineer Geraldo. Now that's an outfit I've never seen before. That's no surprise. I don't often have an opportunity to put it on. Designed for the vacuum of space. I most often put it on in the outer hull, but I have engaged in some rare EVA as well. If the doctor's bald and has a sphinx cat, he's evil. Due to my special training, I'm often referred to as an astronaut here on the ship. But to everybody back on Earth, we're all technically astronauts here. And... Ashton? Fancy seeing you here, Chief. Came to learn something about our future jobs? Well, human reproduction sounds interesting. Okay, so yeah, Cat 3, you're off the hook. Yeah, so far the only one that really fits is Geraldo, isn't it? We aren't very involved with the fun part, I'm sorry to say. But if you have questions about concocting fetuses from 2 genetic donors and raising them in an artificial womb, being in space makes it a little harder. But not all that much, as long as we have artificial gravity. And that appears to be it, so yeah. He clearly has 3 stripes, as does she, but she's category 3. Category 2, category 1, category 3. 2 stripes, 2 stripes, and like that we're done, yeah. Report received. Looks like you've identified a possible contact. We'll send our suspect in to strike up a conversation. Step away to give them some privacy, but Sergeant, you're cutting out. Sergeant? That's not good. I'm sure it's just, Yikes. Ooh, we went straight to the infirmary, huh? Where am I? Chief, good to have you back. How do you feel? Dr. Destina? My head hurts. What happened? The ring had a malfunction, and you were flung into the wall, like almost everyone. But you were lucky. No concussions or anything. What are you saying? Is the ship alright? I'm not sure. We're still waiting for an official statement from the captain. It was like the power suddenly went out and then the whole ship rebooted. Have you tried turning it off and on again? What's the situation? How serious are people's injuries? We can barely keep up, to be honest. Many people were hurt. Some are in critical condition. And not everyone made it. Ooh, damn. Mino, Federico, Nadia, and Elias, so far. Secretary Elias? I'm so sorry. We did what we could. Some people are still in critical condition, and a few are missing. How long was I out? They brought you in about 8 hours ago. Damn. You sure there's no concussion there? Fuck. I have to go to the bridge, talk to the captain. From a medical perspective, it would make sense if you... Nope, we're going. Don't have time to rest. I need to find out what happened.
As soon as I was back on my feet, I checked my PDA and found a message from the captain. She wanted me to come see her on the bridge. I decided to take the long way around the ring and assess the damage on my way.
That is the game walking
Broken
her, by the way,
objects
not
were
me.
scattered everywhere. Some walls were covered in fresh dents and splattered liquids. A large chunk of the population had been injured. Once or twice I believed to catch someone glancing at me. I was ashamed that I hadn't been around to help everyone right after the incident. I wanted to say something to the people, but instead I lowered my head and picked up the pace. My sense of balance was off. I tripped and almost fell multiple times. Finally, I made it to the bridge and, to my relief, immediately spotted my sergeants and the captain in relatively good shape.
Chief. Captain Talia, sergeants, what happened? We are still evaluating the situation. Something caused a power outage across the entire ship. Yeah, that seems like a slight issue. This caused the ring to slow down and stop temporarily. It spun back up within less than a minute, but the resulting force was massive. It left many injured and some dead. However, the ship itself does not seem to have sustained any critical damage. There are some issues, however. For one, the navigation system isn't back online yet. The navigators are working on it. That seems like bit of a major issue. The major waterline was damaged, flooding the inner hull sections C and D. We've had to seal them off until the engineers report back. We don't know what caused the power outage. We need answers fast, so I can address the population. I'm counting on you to find them, Chief. With all due respect, Captain, this sounds like a rather technical question. The engineers are working out the technical side of things. However, we cannot rule out foul play. Do you really think someone would? That's what I want you to find out. Sergeant Paul, you already collected some relevant information? Yes, Captain. There are 4 power nodes on the ship, 1 in each section of the inner hull. Chief, you've been granted clearance to enter these rooms. However, as the captain mentioned, inner hulls C and D are currently inaccessible. The ship-wide outage was actually a chain reaction originating at one of the 4 nodes. If we can find out which power node was the first to go out, we are a lot closer to identifying the cause of the outage. Got it. One more thing. According to our logs, a ship-wide alarm went off after the first 2 nodes failed. Maybe this can help us reconstruct the timeline. So what you're saying is 2 nodes went out, then the alarm started. And lastly, the other 2 nodes failed. Correct, but none of them went out at the exact same time. It all happened in quick succession. Quick succession as in one person running around the thing and just flicking levers? Or... About our sting operation that was cut short before the incident. There's no doubt that Engineer Lewis was exchanging these suspicious letters. He was interrogated again by enforcers while you were incapacitated. Can't tell them my secret solving puzzle. Seems like he truly doesn't know anything relevant yet, as his first in-person contact was yet to take place. We placed him back in the brig for the time being. And about the contact at the event. It seems you were right about Engineer Giraldo. He disappeared in the turmoil and hasn't surfaced yet. Maybe he decided to go into hiding after seeing our presence at the Earth Museum. The enforcers are out looking for him. If there's nothing else, you should get to work. There's something, Captain. I'm sorry about Secretary Elias. He was a good man. Thank you, he was. Dismissed. Okay, let's Oh, interesting. Message from Giraldo. I saw you at the event, and I just knew you got on my trail somehow. I'm sorry I can't take part in the rescue and cleanup efforts that are probably ongoing right now. I decided it would be best if I laid low for a little while. When we see each other again, you will have to pick a side. It would be the first choice in your life you actually get to make yourself. Think about it. Stell, please contact me as soon as you're awake. You were covered in blood and unresponsive when we found you at the Earth Museum. Dr. Yaha assured me you'd be fine, but I'm really worried. Needless to say, our sting operation was unsuccessful. Okay, that's all of them. Yeah, the power nodes. D and C are inaccessible. Reproduction ward, what? Why is that a new... Let's not ask. Right, do we even have all of the power nodes as an option? Yes, there is A, there's B, and C and D are off limits right now. Perfect. No. New place to our right. Conference room. Apparently locked. Bunch of new areas. Excellent, yes. Ah. Slight problem. The elevators are that way. Yeah, right next to that. Gotcha. Interesting, I can't go higher than that. Psych department. I'm sure everything is fine here. Close door. Okay. Right, now we're back here. Yeah, these two are grayed out. How do I get up there? I guess from here? Yeah. That was not helpful. Hang on, what do you mean I can't go anywhere else? That's not how that map works. Well, I mean, everywhere is somewhere on this ship, right? The bigger question to me is, why the hell does the chief of security not know the floor plan of the entire thing? There we go. ICU. Closed for me. Consultation room. That is accessible. You've only lived here your entire life. Yeah, exactly. Okay, apparently nothing of note in here. Let me just blunder into this, sure. Hello, Yaham. Nothing directly to say, okay. Please, Destina. I'm sorry, I can't. Our resources are stretched too thin already. We can't help with your pet when human lives are on the line. Oh dear. He's not just a pet to me, he's family. Stella, you have to back me up here, please. I need medicine for Kimi. The Codex states clearly that our medicine is only meant for humans in the first place. Be grateful for the exceptions we made in the past. We cannot afford to make another one today. Ooh. You should follow the Codex and reserve our medicine for humans only. Yeah, I'm sorry. The middle of a crisis is not the time to be silly with medicine resources, especially since I don't think we can produce a ton of them, if any. Stella, please. As much as I sympathize, we have to prioritize human life here. Excuse me, can I ask you something? Yes, of course. Are you the chief? Yes. You're Elliot, right? Eric's son. That's so cool that you're chief. Okay, I want to be chief someday. Well, tough luck, kid. For all we know, every position on this bloody ship is hereditary. Well... You will be an engineer, okay? You never know what the future brings. Maybe you will get your chance to become chief someday. So yeah, positions are, if not hereditary, at least hard predetermined, it seems. What are you doing here anyway, Elliot? Did you get hurt? Because of the thing when the lights went out? No, I only have some scratches. I need to see Dr. Yaha because of my condition. Your condition? She gives me my medicine every other day, or else I can't breathe right. That seems like a slight issue, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. She always tells me a new story so it doesn't get boring. A new story every day, every other day for however this child is meant to be old? Yikes. On that note, she's waiting for you in the examination room. Okay, goodbye, Chief. Poor boy. What's his diagnosis exactly, if I may ask? No, you may not, because it's of absolutely no relevance to you. What the fuck? It's a complex problem that we didn't really have back on Earth. He would probably be completely fine in a planetary atmosphere. It's a genetic disease It's a genetic disease we dubbed interstellar dystrophy. A handful of people on the ship are affected. Is there nothing we can do? I'm afraid not. We tried everything we could think of. We were hoping for some breakthrough research from Earth in this year's Arrival Day transmission, but we were disappointed. Oh. Yeah, it seems that at the very least from my bunk I can head straight left and hit one of those hidden areas. Where the fuck is this? Okay. That was the captain's level. That's one too high, isn't it? Yes, but there's a stairwell. Well, apparently we're not getting to the biological area from here. Okay. Yeah, so he's an engineer's child, so it's straight up hereditary? That is extremely stupid. Whoops. Okay. Now let's actually find the node A and B. This is B. This very much is not where I wanted to come out, because there is no option to go down here. There we go. Yeah, there's power node A. Which, looks a little rough. Power node A, power rod A. Okay, it very much did not start at A. That's clear. Because it detected... In fact, it was the last one to stat. Interesting. We can just head through. That's too bad. Okay, power node B. Or area B, I guess. What's this here? Maintenance room, okay. This is... somewhere where we can go, I guess. And power node B. New evidence, you say? Okay. Okay, so we need to find him. Residential area. Let's see if we can find him there. Wait, was... yeah, left. Yeah, okay. So the engineers tend to live together, I guess. Now, where are we? That's right, that's left. Okay, and it was L2D. So we need to go up 2 and then on the right. That is a lot of people. Okay, who are you and why are you standing on the bar? Michio. We all know humans have destroyed their planet in a number of ways, which is why we set out to destroy a brand new one. Here. One of those ways being the climate catastrophe we've all heard so much about. But how many of you have actually read through Earth's materials on its history? Not another drunken public history lesson. Well, I have read everything on the subject, including the stuff between the lines. One of the biggest lies ever told to the people of Earth was that each of them was personally responsible for protecting their planet. I mean, this was technically true, just not in the way people were led to believe. The powers that be convinced everyone that they had to adjust their personal lifestyle to protect Earth's fragile ecosystem. But it was just a diversion from everyone's real responsibility. Holding the powers that be responsible instead. No amount of individual action could put a dent in the problem. Pushing for systemic change was the only real way to avoid the crisis. But individual action offered people an out, the illusion of being part of the solution and not the problem. Not only did it provide them with a clean conscience, but also a reason to feel superior to the neighbor who didn't do as much. Divide and conquer. All plan hatched by those in power. You know, those few who could actually affect change, if only they didn't profit way too much of the status quo. But I guess people on Earth at least got some voting rights along with all their supposed responsibilities. Thank you for this fascinating look into Earth's history, Michio. Now if you could get off that counter before you fall and get hurt. Is that a threat, Chief? Of course not. Being concerned for your safety is quite literally my job. Sounds more like your job is to quite literally control me. Do what you want. If you fall on your thick skull and end up wasting our medical resources, then what, Chief? Any of you relevant? No, but there is an Ava up here. Hello, Ava. Stella, I'm so glad to see you up on your feet again. I heard you were at the hospital. Just some scratches and a headache, it seems. Glad to see you alright too. The same can't be said about my bunk, sadly. Looks like a pipe burst during the incident. I found it completely flooded when I got here. Oh dear. That sucks. Is help on the way? I'm waiting for Engineer Tonio, but apparently he's fixing something at the Earth Museum first. Should I tell him it's urgent when I see him? Thank you, but it won't make a difference. Everything's drenched anyway. Alright, I have to get back to work. There's a million things going on right now. Of course. At least you can do something about the situation, it seems. I feel a little useless right now. Can't really fix the ship or the people. As soon as I let Tonio into my bunk, I'll go and look for an opportunity to help clean up. You do something important every day, teaching the youth. Don't worry. If you say so. Okay, it was L2D, so up and no. Up and over here? Wait, hang on. There we go. Unfortunately, no engineer here. Is this Louis's bunk? Is that why you're here? No. Why are you guarding this one? This was Louis. Yeah. Well, that place has seen better days. None of you are talkable, okay. Hello, Camille. Darren, don't touch that. You said we're picking up everything from the floor. Not the cut cables, you'll get yourself electrocuted. Yeah, that's not good. Can I help you, Chief? Actually, you can help me. Darren, the Chief said she's going to lock you away if you touch that again. That's no way to control your kid, man. Nuh-uh. Aye, she did. Some help we are. We should go back to the lab soon. On the other hand, Darren hasn't been this excited about a task in a while. Cool. Well, Darren, have fun. I'm gonna try and find the bloody engineers, I guess. The Earth Museum this way? A long way, isn't it? Hang on, yeah, I just passed that. Oh, that's neat. Now there's people with injured arms running around, well, walking around. All this is closed. Oh, and this is broken. Great. Ah, okay. Leona, is Kimmy okay? I think he broke his leg during the outage, or at the very least sprained his ankle. That's why I was at the hospital to ask for painkillers. I thought you'd back me up as a pet owner yourself. I understand it's a selfish wish, and there are people who might need the medicine more. It's just not the way I can see it right now. You understand that, right? I get it. I'd feel the same way. I hope he feels better soon. Thank you. I'll take him to the hospital as soon as things have settled down a little bit. Well, things here are a little bit trashed. You are not talkable. Mineral B, that's this bit. Right. Not entirely sure where we're going from here. Because, like, nodes C and D are closed off. And the engineer for node B is, well, not in his bunk, which makes sense, I guess. Yeah, this is trash too, but nothing in it. But like, he'd have to be somewhere, right? I guess we head back to Inner Hull B and just see if we find him somewhere. This is back to the residential area, isn't it? Dang it. Does it make a difference? Not much, no. There was the transition to Inner Hull B somewhere here, right? And an elevator. One too early, but yeah, in general, that's the right idea. Why are we at the hospital again? Okay, because that comes first. No. Hang on. I am getting so lost with this bloody ship. Screw you. Like, we've gone down here a few times somehow. I can never remember how, though. Whatever. We're going through 8. You're finally having your revenge, huh? Okay, now we can't go in there. Can go in here. None of you are relevant. God fucking damn it. Yeah, there's power node B. I think it might still be flooded. What do you think, guys? Okay, the recycling center, surely. Oh, there's Isaac. Hey, did you say something? It's so loud in here. The recyclers are chewing through a lot of debris and broken stuff right now. Yeah, I bet. No, I didn't say anything. What? Sorry, you have to speak up if you need anything. Hope you don't mind that I keep trying to stop this thing from overheating. Yeah, no, you keep doing your job. Yeah. I really need Engineer Tijan, don't I? Like, what's the goal? Where the bullshit start? Yeah, I absolutely need him. So, where exactly are you? Why does this say power node A? Hang on, that's not right. Maybe I need to look around a bit more. Don't think I missed anything here though, right? Yeah, no, that's just... we had that. Oh. Sabotage. Okay, I did miss something. A lone broken PDA smeared with blood. I found it on the floor. Somebody seems to have lost it in the power node room at the inner hull B. Looks really banged up, and there are traces of blood on it. Okay. Which might explain why I can't find Engineer Tijan, huh? Unfortunately, that doesn't quite help me, does it? Okay. I'm gonna guess Isaac has no clue what's going on the outside, but I might as well ask him. Huh? Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, that's exactly what I figured. But yeah, now I have something to kinda rub against people, see what sticks. Phrasing. Yeah, we know that cargo lever, don't we? People. Navigator Noelia, Engineer Eric. What are the two of you doing down here? Hey Chief, just trying to get to the bottom of a problem with the navigation. The system isn't letting us do things we should be able to. Why are you fixing it here? We hit a wall attempting to fix it up in the navigation room. So now we're trying something more fundamental down here. Quite complicated to explain, and it's a shot in the dark, honestly. Well, fingers crossed. Can you tell me something about this? Nothing to say about that. Okay. Okay. There was nobody in here, right? No further broken PDAs or anything? No. Maybe I head up to the captain/security, see if they have something to say. Whoosh. What is that room actually? Oh, we don't know. Guessing this might be navigation? Yeah. God damn it. Yeah, okay, so you're not useful for that. Definitely need to find a engineer or someone. I guess I could ask Louis. He's not going anywhere right now. Stella, what the hell is going on? Louis, why did you throw me back here? Louis, I had nothing to do with that decision. I got knocked out cold. I know, I was there. I'm glad you're back up on your feet. But I want to see what's going on out there. I want to help. You're the first person to come in here today. Can you please let me out? I won't go against my sergeants on this. Why not? Aren't you the boss? I know you were cooperating, but this whole ordeal is far from resolved. Fine. Can I at least get my rations? I'm starving. Of course. I'm sorry they're keeping you waiting. There is a lot going on. I'm putting a notice out right away. Have you heard from Zena? They told me she's okay. Good. Louis, I need you to stay put here. We're working things out as fast as possible. If you know anything that could speed up our investigation, now's the time to tell me. I told you everything. Okay. Can show him the PDA. It doesn't help, but I can do it. Okay, I feel like we've checked the places down here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little early break. Maybe have an idea. Maybe not. I should see you real soon. Why is my BRB button not working? Well, this one does. See you all in a minute or two. Unfortunately, no answers came to me. How very upsetting. Like, obviously I need to talk to somebody. Oh, maybe I could check the, yeah. The hospital bits. Presumably not in here, but oddly it's open, so... One of your little cribs has fallen over. Oh, several in fact. Ashton, I barely dare ask, but... Did the vats sustain any damage? We had a close call in here, Chief. A couple of them, actually. As you can see, a few vats were toppled over and cracked open. Yeah, see, that can be good. The fetuses weren't injured by the initial fall, but they can't survive for long in an empty vat. Luckily, I made it back here within minutes of the incident. Nutrition solution was already spreading all over the floor, and I sprang into action.
Time to take a sip. Nobody likes a dried out potato.
Hello, someone at a desk. How are you doing today? Where have my frames gone? It seems like I was able to transfer all fetuses to intact vats in time. They're all in stable condition now. I just hope they didn't get contaminated with anything dangerous in the process. You're a hero, you know that? Just doing my part. We create all these fetuses that... We create all these fetuses. That makes it our job to protect them with all we got. Hell, mine. If we expect them to serve the mission one day, we need to serve them now. True. Okay. Anything else here? What? Aha. The baby vat infographic. Yes, that surely will be helpful for this case. What? So, does this mean there is no biological baby making on this entire ship? How do you make that happen? Like, it makes a lot of rational sense. You can control the population much better that way. And you would probably need to, unless your resources run out way too fast. But... do you just chemically castrate everyone? That seems like the safest option, really. Okay. Justina, we've... Ah! Well, hello there. Engineer Tijan. Oh, Chief. How do you feel? Had better days for sure. I was at work when the ring slammed me into a wall and I blacked out. Did it really come to a full stop? I'll get back down to the power node as soon as I can to run some diagnostics. Do you have any idea what happened? Yeah, I think the ring didn't slam you, someone else did first. That's what I'm trying to find out. You haven't heard anything about Arjun, have you? No, what do you mean? I think I saw them wheel him into one of those rooms over there earlier. He seemed really hurt. Ah, so he's in the ICU part? But I'm not completely sure. I was still a little out of it. I'll see if I can find him. One more thing. I believe that some power nodes in the inner hull are manned and some are unmanned? Correct. I'm working B and D is Arjun's. A and C are unmanned. Does it make any difference I should be aware of? Only that unmanned nodes provide a readout of recent activity. Arjun and I can tell you what went down in the other two. Right. Is this Arjun's then? No, yours. That's my PDA, or rather was from the looks of it. Must have gotten smashed when I hit the wall. I'll get back to the power node as soon as possible and see if it still works. Right. Examination room? Oh, you're here with Elliot. Goody, 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 goody. No one in here. Damn, bro, you are fast on those crutches. And I can't go in there, which is unfortunate. R3A. Should we just check out his bunk? Since I'm pretty sure he's in there. So, not likely to answer anything right now, yes? Residential stuff. Yeah, there we go. What did I say? R3A. Damn. Okay, we can't find anyone here, but let's check if we can speak to the people a bit lower that I just saw. No, you're just doing stuff. Okay. Why are these two locked? It's very annoying. Yeah, labs and farm are unreachable because there's no stairs going there, yes? Yeah, and the door from my quarters was also blocked. Okay, how do we get Arjun? I assume he's in the intensive care room. How do we get him out there? Or, you know, talk to anyone that, God damn, where are the turbo lifts, right? Yeah, can I talk to her about this? Excuse me, is Engineer Arjun somewhere at the hospital right now? I really need to talk to him about a case. Yes, but he's over in the intensive care room, yeah. Can't this wait? He's in stable condition, but he should rest. I'm afraid it's urgent. Yes, excellent. Hello, Arjun. You, Doc? No, it's Chief Stella. Chief, sorry I can't see all that well right now. That's alright. I hope your eye is back to normal soon. So do I. The doc is not so sure. Ooh. Nothing about that. Nothing about that, I assume. You were... C? Excuse my ignorance, but what exactly are power nodes anyway? Basically, they distribute electricity throughout the ship, each responsible for its own segment of the ring. There are 4 rooms we call power nodes, even though technically a node is the equipment inside one such room. Its main component being the rod in the center. They are located in the inner hull, but I heard that nodes C and D are currently inaccessible due to flooding. Nodes B and D are manually maintained and monitored by an engineer. Oh, you're D, my bad. Whereas A and C are unmanned. So D then. No, that's all you have to say about this? Bloody hell. So this, I guess, makes no difference. Can I talk to you about Tijan? Have you seen my colleague Tijan since the incident? He was working at Power Node D when it happened. Yeah, he's being treated right outside in the hallway. Seems to be in okay condition. That's good to hear. Oh. Can I talk to you about the broken thingy from Power Room B? Ah, I'm trying to trace where the power outage originated. There are large rods with screens on them down in the power node rooms. Can you tell me anything about them that would help my case? Sounds like you already found the display on node A that logs all node's activities. If you want to know what went down in node B, you'll have to ask Tijin. All I know is the alarm started blaring, then lights turned off, and I was flung into a wall. So, I woke up all wet with a searing pain in my eye. At first I thought I was bleeding like crazy, but most of it was actually water from a burst pipe. By that point, gravity was back. The emergency lights were on, and the doors worked again. To be honest, I didn't have another look at the screen before I left to seek medical attention. Did you notice any notifications prior to your node turning off? I must have missed them all because the alarm doesn't start for nothing. I assume at least 2 nodes failed before mine. Okay, that's actually helpful. So A was the last one to shut down, yeah. So we need info from Tijin about his node as soon as possible, right? Because Arjun says the alarm went on. We know the alarm turns on when 2 nodes are off. Which would be... C and B then, yes? If A was the last one, and D, the one he's responsible for, had the alarm, meaning it was number 3, then things started probably at C? Might have done it at B though. Depends on Tijin. Can I... No, that's... Can I ask him about this? Let's see. Nothing to say. Okay. So, how do we get access to either C or B's nodes? That's the main thing right now. We have info on A, info on D, and some guesswork on B. Can I send people a message? No. Too bad. There's absolutely no way we get access to Inner Help C or D now, is there? No, I don't think they're actually on the map right now. So we must make progress with Tijin and Inner Help B, really. Ah, yes, this was the fun thing where I keep on missing. Yeah, it's just down here. Excellent. Yeah, there's the power node. That's the recycler. Yeah. Here's the flooded sea bit. Ha 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 ha. We have all the info we had from this. Yeah. There's the broken PDA. That really is all there is to it. Yeah, baby making info in the middle of this technical info is so weird. We need to figure out the power node that went off first, yeah. Assuming Tajin didn't get clobbered by someone and then the power node got taken out, it should be C that went out first, right? So we could make just an educated guess. Because we know A was last, and yes, D was third. Meaning B might have been... Hang on, actually, what did he say? You say you were at work when the ring stopped. Yeah, no, based on this, it really should be C. Go to your bunk and get some rest. Okay, time to sleep, I guess. This fast travel is less than useful. Right, how high do I have to go? Yeah, one more up. Excellent. Yeah, but it was much shorter than all the way. Hi? What are you doing in my bunk, Ava? I'm sorry, I think this is a big misunderstanding. My place got completely wrecked when the thing happened. I love that one of our options was to immediately draw a gun. Like, what the fuck? I was told this bunk was empty and that I could stay here until everything was sorted out. What? Oh! I was supposed to move into the chief's bunk weeks ago. Guess that's why they thought this one was free. Sorry for jumping you like this. I'm a little paranoid due to recent events. It's okay, everything is fine. I'm sorry for the confusion. I'll tell Richard I need another bunk. No, wait. You can stay in my dad's bunk. It's right above mine. That's nice of you, thanks. I'll request access. How are you holding up, Stella? About as well as you'd think. Everything is a shit show, and I feel responsible for fixing it. And you? I'm fine. Listen, you don't need to bear all that responsibility alone. I think there are better ways we could... Hang on, where's Chi-Chi? Chi-Chi? I didn't see her. Oh no. She wasn't in here when I arrived, I swear. I think the door wasn't properly closed. Maybe it came loose during the incident. She must have run away again. I hope she's okay. Help me keep an eye out, will you? Sure. Can I just catch a break for a... Sorry, I'm getting a call. Oh, I'll get out of your hair. Sorry for the intrusion. I'll be upstairs if you want to talk, okay? Thank you, Ava. Captain? Chief, I'm afraid there's no time to rest after all. Please come to see me at the conference room on the bridge as soon as you can. Did you find out what caused the outage? Let's talk in person. Captain Talia, I came as fast as I could. Thank you, Chief. Why are we meeting here? I need to talk to you alone. The sergeants evaluated your assessment of the power outage. You were right. Power Node C started the chain reaction. Knowing this, we were able to determine the reason. The ship's engine has been turned on. Ooh, in combination with the navigation outage? That's just a teensy tiny problem, isn't it? What? The ship was not equipped to perform a maneuver without any preparation. The engine hasn't been used in over 30 years. You're telling me you're gliding at static speeds. You're not accelerating towards your goal? No wonder it takes another 100 years. Good lord. Perform a maneuver? We have changed course. The engines are still running! Oh, you are so fucked! Why aren't we changing it? Because the navigators are locked out of their own system. Yeah, you are entirely fucked. At first, they were completely unable to even boot it up. Now they can see what's happening, but they're unable to do anything. What kind of glitch? That's no glitch. That is intentional. Oh, you are screwed. It's not a glitch. The system has been hacked. The programmed maneuver will end tomorrow. Tomorrow? Like 12 plus hours of maneuvering? Of acceleration? You are so far off. Of course, you're going to another galaxy. Yup. Once it's complete, we will be headed toward a different star. And that's gonna help things for whoever did this how. A different star. Why? What's there? Nothing. But it's a lot closer. We would be entering its gravitational pull in just about 3 years. Can we course correct back to Eurus tomorrow after the maneuver is finished? We don't know yet if the system will let us back in at that point. But even if it does, it will be too late. Yeah, because all the calculations are off, right? We will need almost all the fuel we still have to decelerate. Yep. I hope you brought a fuel scoop, guys. If we allow the ongoing maneuver to finish, we won't have enough fuel to course correct and brake. We would be able to just do one. We either arrive at the wrong star, or we overshoot the right one. Yay! Chief, I need you to understand what this means. This maneuver was only possible in a very small window of time. This is a premeditated sabotage of the mission that may have been planned for years. Whoever did this not only has intimate knowledge of our systems, they were also able to calculate and perform a complex maneuver. Do you think they knew it would cause this disastrous power outage? No, but I think they were happy to have it happen as a distraction? Maybe not. That part did not need to happen for their plan to succeed. It seems more like an accidental byproduct. There's a complex series of steps we usually have to take to prepare an engine start. The hacker either didn't know about that, or they weren't able to pull it off for lack of time, skill, accomplices. Whatever the reason, we believe they were hoping the maneuver would stay undetected for as long as possible. The engine is set to a very gentle burn. The change in gravity is almost unnoticeable. But there are signs of our sideways momentum that people will notice eventually. Slanted water in a tank, a ball rolling down the hall, people tripping over their feet. Ooh, I thought my balance was off because of head trauma. Listen, Chief. This will be the most important assignment of your career. Our navigators are trying everything to regain control over the engine, but they would not give me any assurances. The hacker is the only person who knows how to undo this. You need to find them and make them talk before it's too late. If you do not course correct by the same time tomorrow, our mission fails. Do we have any leads whatsoever? The hack might have been perpetrated by the dissidents we were already investigating. The timing cannot be coincidental. Talk to your sergeants at the security office to follow up on this. But we do have another lead. The perpetrator must have been at the navigation room to go through with the attack. In fact, they must have been there in the minute right before the power went out. Yeah, that is my problem right now. Like, no matter how unhappy you are, steering the ship to a wrong system where you have nothing doesn't gain you anything. Unless they think the ship will just turn around and go back to Earth or something. There are no signs of forced entry, so our prime suspects are the people who have access to the room. This includes navigators Noelia, Orland, and Joseph. At least some of them should be there right now. Engineers Eric and Asher also have access, but I don't know their status or whereabouts since the incident. Well, we've seen Eric and Ophelia or whatever down in engineering, supposedly trying to fix it. They know that I'm briefing you right now and are instructed to help, but don't forget that we can't rule them out as suspects. Outside of them and our sergeants, you are to keep the contents of this entire meeting to yourself. Understood? Should the people know? Is there anything the people can do? No, then no.
As I exited the conference room, 1,000 questions started forming in my head. If the hackers' sole intention had been to divert the ship, why did they specifically set course to the Otis system? Were they planning to orbit the star for the rest of time?
Yeah.
I immediately felt that Talia wasn't telling me the whole truth, but I knew that prying would have been pointless. She had a habit of tightly controlling the flow of information, and in most instances, it was probably wise and well-intentioned. I would get my answers soon enough anyway.
Did the captain tell you everything? We were all in the navigation room earlier when they found out about the course change. Talia almost didn't want to share with anyone at all, until I convinced her to talk to you about it at the very least. I feel like she's been losing it, right? I feel like she's been losing it over the past few weeks. William's death, then her own son gets put in the psych ward, and now Elias. Hi Stella, did Chi-Chi run away or something? I swear I saw her in the inner hull A earlier, on my way to the server room. Okay. Then people. The fucking hereditary jobs just still kill me. That cannot possibly be the way you decide to make jobs for a generational ship. Sure. Orland. And Joseph. Okay. And of course we already had, yeah, Noelia and, yeah, Eric. Okay, security office. Where the fuck am I? Why am I... Yeah, they would be there. Okay, so we just run over there first. Ignore navigation. Nope. Well, that was solved easily. The fuck? What's the matter? Where are you going? Great, she must be really scared. I'll run into her again. It's probably going to take a few attempts to calm her down. Okay. Right. It's not just the human factor, it's like, well, it is the human factor, but not in that way. From what we know about reproduction on the ship, they're either straight cloning or mixing DNA in a way that, well, resembles regular procreation. Which means in the best case, they know the next generation's ability to do job X is physiologically equal to their parent, clone, father, mother, whatever. Or maybe their parents. That's it. It's a terrible way for, like, aptitude. Now, where were we? Right. Okay, you two. What do you have to say? Sergeants, Captain Talia said you would clue me in about our next steps. Yes, Chief. You suspected that paper was being stolen from the activities room at the museum. So we had Engineer Isaac survey their recycler specifically. Yeah, I mean, it was very common, the whole continue doing your parents' work, right? For centuries. But still, I feel like there's a lot of people who are talented at different things than their parents. And if you're not trying to deliberately emulate medieval society, you're probably better off doing literally any kind of testing. Yeah, but like, this is, what did we read earlier? 2,400 something is a birth year? Even some kind of surreal pseudo test like the Fallout Goat tests would be better than just, oh, your dad was an engineer, so you're an engineer. Anywho, so we had Engineer Isaac survey their recycler specifically. This morning, he informed us that an unusually large amount of paper was recycled at the museum's break room. We suspect that whoever kept stealing paper over the last few weeks got cold feet and dumped it all. Interesting. Do we have the exact time of this happening? 11:13 this morning. Should be noted that the break room is only accessible to museum staff. Connects the museum hall and the activities room. To prevent the public from barging through, the room has keycard scanners installed on both sides. You have clearance, so the doors will open for you without a card, and there won't be new entries in the locks when you pass through. That sounds like a terrible system again. There are no signs of a break-in, and the museum is closed anyway, as they're assessing the damage. The entrance to the activities room already broke during the power outage. We're positive that nobody used it since. So you're saying the person who recycled the paper this morning must be Devrin, Baptiste, or Ocean? They're all at the museum right now. You told them that you will come over to ask some questions. Just to get an overview of the situation at the museum. Not sure if they bought it. Doesn't historian Michio technically have access to? He shouldn't, but... he should, but you know him. He hasn't shown up for work in a long time. Okay. So his access was actually revoked a while ago. Oh, lovely. Good work. I'll go and have a look around. Right. So first we gotta work out who recycled paper. And we head back up. That
It has been
great.
2 hours. Time for a quick break. Get up, stretch your legs, grab some new water.
Ah, we're fine, Onion. We've had our quick break. Now, quick talk with the navigators. Navigator Joseph, how are things going? Chief, I'm so sorry about this whole mess. We are still locked out of our system. Somebody must have done this on purpose. We'll continue trying to regain control, but it's proving to be very complicated. Good luck. Please contact the sergeants immediately if you make any progress. I will, Chief. Do you have any idea what went down in here leading up to the incident? I'm sorry, Chief. I hadn't been here for hours prior to the attack. I was out celebrating Arrival Day. Loose alibi? Anyone corroborate that? Engineer Farid and I were talking to Dr. Yaha when the power outage happened, and in the hour leading up to it. Okay, supposed alibi. So you weren't in here at all that day. As far as I know, nobody was supposed to be in here that day. Thank you, Navigator Joseph. I feel like navigation is one of those rooms that, you know, should have every door opening logged. And like some kind of badge or key code or whatever identifier system. Navigator Orland, have you had any success regaining control over your systems? Not yet. Can I ask you some questions about the events that transpired here around the time of the power outage? Right now, Chief. What? Why not? Because he doesn't know anything. I believe we haven't formally met ever since you inherited your father's job. Didn't answer his questions, won't answer yours. Why? I have my reasons. It's a long story. Do you know the stakes right now? I can't help but feel you might be involved in this mess. He's not. He's the red herring. If you want to clear your name, you better start answering my questions. Now. Nope. Tell you what, Chief. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot here. You're not your old man, so maybe this is my chance that somebody will finally look into this for me. What are you talking about? I was framed for a crime 20 years ago. I originally joined the mission as a farmer. After the verdict, I was barred from working another day in my job. I was forced to swap places with a navigator. I wasn't allowed to see my biological child anymore. This makes the whole job system even dumber, I'm sorry. They all failed me. The crew, security, William. That's why I won't help you. So you want me to reopen the case, clear my name? Even if I wanted to, you haven't given me a lot to go by. Don't even know what you were charged with. Ask Sergeant Alderich. He had a front row seat to when it all went down. Fine. I'll give him a call and see what I can do. Yes, Chief? Sergeant, I'm in the navigation room looking into the power outage. I just had a chat with Navigator Orland. He's not answering my questions. He said he'll talk to me if we reopen my case from... Is he serious? I'm afraid so. Now? He wants us to reopen his case now? It sounded like he's been wanting this for a long time, but he sees an opportunity now. Chief, this will take a while to look into. Maybe I'll find something. Just send me the old file. If you wish, but in my professional opinion, we shouldn't spend too much time on this. I'll send you a message and attach the case records. So you know what this is about? There's only one case he could be talking about. Well, two, but they're connected. You'll see. One more thing. If you're really going to look into this, you need access to the farm. I'm granting it to you now. It's above the hospital in the bio area. You can reach it via the elevator. Thank you, Sergeant. Okay. So we gotta find Chi-Chi, we gotta solve a 20-year-old cult case, and we gotta find the hacker. Excellent. Okay. Mullet was found guilty and transferred to the navigation room, where surely he could not do any damage whatsoever. Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, let's see, the farm is... Ah, there. So that should be reachable if I just head straight here? No, one lower. Okay, that onion might be reminding too often? I don't know. Okay, none of you are relevant apparently. Sucks to be you. How did I manage this? God damn it. I was on the right level. Well, I thank you for your willpower. Just checking, no Chi-Chi in here. Nope. Anything I can do about the bed display? No, that's just changing the background. Okay. Farming time. Hello, Nava. Farmer Nava, are you holding up okay in here? So far, so good, Chief. The plants don't seem to be all that damaged. That's the most important thing. Good. How come you're visiting the farm? Just checking in on everyone? Yep, definitely doing that. just run the clip reminder every 5 minutes. Yeah, that'll catch something. I appreciate it. We're both fine, and so are the plants. Hello, Umberto. Farmer Umberto, how are things going up here? Could be better, could be worse, Chief. Nava and I weren't hurt at all. We got lucky. One of our tanks was toppled over. It's too heavy to lift for the two of us, but backup is on the way. The plants are taking it surprisingly well so far. We don't anticipate a disruption on this in the supply chain. Took a while to mop up all the water and soil though. I hope we didn't clog the recycler. Now the chaos in this place is almost back to its original state. Hehe. That sounds good. I was a little worried about the food supplies. Okay. Oh, hello, Chi-Chi. Come here, I bring you back home. Nyum. Stella, she was running towards you. Just, grab her. Also, Umberto, while I have you, what about this fertilizer? Umberto, are you familiar with this substance? Of course I am. Use it almost daily. Does any of it ever leave the farm floor? We're not allowed to take it from here, Chief. Are there any measures in place to ensure this? It's just a rule, but I promise we never break it. Not even once, maybe years ago? Not since I transferred here from navigation room, to my knowledge at least. Let's ask her as well. Yes, of course. It's a fertilizer we use pretty frequently in here. Is it possible that a non-farmer got their hands on it somehow a long time ago? Well, we're not allowed to give them out, and we keep a very strict inventory nowadays. My dad once told me that it wasn't always quite as strict, but the chemicals were always meant to be used by farmers exclusively. Is it possible that he gave some of them away here and there? I can't say for sure, but Rose begged him all the time, and he always turned her down as far as I know. Rose? Makes sense, she's obsessed with her plants. In any case, if my dad ever snuck out chemicals, it certainly ended a year ago. Because that's when he died, yes. Okay. Anything here? No, just the elevator. Okay. Can we reach this place? I'm guessing no, since it's still hidden. Rose. Who was Rose? There you are. Rose the janitor, right. Did we meet her in maintenance? That kinda would make sense. Or at her bunk, that also would make sense. Let's check that. Where are we? Okay. Janitor Rose, are you home? This Chief of Security Stella. Yes, dear. Come right in. My door is always open. Okay, let's talk about the fertilizer, I guess. Janitor Rose, do you know what this is? Oh yes, the object of my desires. Okay. I used to beg the farmers for a drop of this to help with my plants, but to no avail. So they never gave it to you? Do you think anyone else ever got their hands on it? Dear, I really don't know. Maybe they would have had a different response if I were crew. I brought a bonsai from Earth and watched it slowly wither away over the first year of the mission. I'm sure the fertilizer would have helped, but the farmers wouldn't budge. Crew, you say? Now, do we know anyone in the crew who has, a thing for plants? There's very little info about this, is there? Right. Yeah, we gotta go more places, clearly. Might as well check in with this. Because supposedly Chi-Chi was running around, I think, Hull A, right? So maybe she's back here again. This is still very much closed. Hello, do you anything about fertilizer? No. Nada here. Yeah, there she is. GG, stop. Can talk to you, but yeah, that's Eric and Noelia who say they've been down there. Nothing seems to have changed here. We did make our Chi-Chi contact. That's good. Hello, who is you? Ferret. Engineer Ferret, what's the status down here? Actually, we got through the power outage more or less unscathed here in the network area. Took a while for everything to boot back up, but it seems operational. We're still running diagnostics, but it's looking good. Seems like Arjun and Tijin got hurt though. I heard, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, this is all a little screwed, but I guess running. Hello. Programmer Aaron, everything alright down here? The network area sustained minimum damage from the outage, so that's good. But our colleagues in the power nodes were both brought to the hospital. I couldn't reach either of them. Seems like they don't have access to their PDAs. I hope they'll recover very soon. I'm sure they will. Everybody seems really tight down here. We've all pulled each other out of various dangerous places by the legs at some point. I see. That tends to bond people. Okay. That's it for Inner Hull A, and yep, C and D I think are closed for the entire game. Okay. I'm not sure about this farming case, like... Supposedly someone framed him. But we have so little info. Have we met Zena? Oh, that's Lewis's mother. Right. So I guess we could try and talk to her and to Lewis again? Residentials is, yep, sure. Technically her bunk is L0A, yes? So this should be her bunk, but since Lewis is not there to take care of her, she's at his. Which was on the top floor, okay. Yellow. You forgotten anything? No. Can we just straight up talk to her about the case? Zena, there's something I need to ask you about. I've learned about your involvement in a custody battle. Oh, did your father tell you about this? I'm gonna say yes. Yeah. I can't believe he told you. Maybe I can trick her. Your custody battle with, Palmer Orlando, right? Orland, not Orlando. Yes, what about it? It happened recently, because you've lost all sense of time and I'm massively abusing my knowledge about your dementia right now. Jesus Christ. How did it go for you? Assistant Chief Stella, I don't know if you should be talking about this. What makes you say that? It's just, I think your father has it under control. Of course, I just want to check in on his behalf. So he told you everything? It's done? Did he use the, you know, the thing Dorian gave him for his little tree? Oh dear. Could you fill me in on the plan again? Oh, Stella, I think I said too much. Just tell your father I'm eternally grateful, will you? I will. Thank you, Zena. Hope you feel better soon. I'm sorry. Don't feel great about tricking her. The thing Dorian gave him for his little tree. Who's Dorian again? I wish I could sort these like by alphabetical name. That would be so much easier. I don't remember fucking faces. Actually, does this go down? It does go down. Okay, I just need to click right words. That's something at least. Dorian, that's Darren. That's not right. I don't have a Dorian. Oh, that doesn't make it better. Check that's bunk, I guess. Oh, did we see Chi-Chi again? Chi-Chi. Stella, please don't make that face. I would run away from that face. Chi-Chi. Fuck. Okay, that was probably creepy. Yes, yes it was. Right, straight to the top. Well, this place is a little fucked. And unfortunately, no info here. But that's the captain's office. That's not the bunk. It's not the bunk at all. Anyone there? Stella? Yes, can I come in? Sure. Yeah, there's the bonsai. Just talk to her, I guess. Sorry for the mess. I haven't had much time to clean up yet. Plus, I feel a little weird going through your dad's stuff. It's okay, don't worry about it. Let me know if you want to switch bunks. I'm up for it anytime. Thank you. I think I'll stay downstairs a little longer. Why though? Right, the bonsai is already in this, and I think so is this, yeah. So, what I really need to find out is who the fuck is Dorian? Because I definitely don't have a Dorian in this list, no? Oh, that was Nava's father. No wonder we don't have him. Okay. So, can we talk to the Nava again? Would she know anything? Probably not, right? Why would she know about potential crimes on her father's side? Huh. Good lord, this sorting. But do I have her? Yeah, I have her twice in here for the condition and for herself. That's funny. Yeah, there's the bloody bonsai. Finally started wilting slowly a few months ago. Yeah. After Dorian died, huh? Maybe I do speak to her again. Hi, can we talk about the bonsai my father has? Have you ever seen my dad's bonsai tree? No, that still exists? Yeah, take a look, I have a recent record of it. No way, how? Yeah, so your father smuggled fertilizer to my dad? Any chance he did that for anyone else? How it survived so long? Yeah, these were hard enough to grow back on Earth from what I heard. I don't know. Maybe you have an idea how my dad did it? We have special chemicals up here that could make it possible, but without them, I honestly don't see how. Do you think he could have had access to them? I already told you everything about that. If he got his hands on the fertilizer, maybe from my dad over a year ago. Yeah. Well, time to ask Umberto, I guess. That your old man's bonsai? I heard the rumors. Is that a recent record of it? Yeah. I'll be damned. That's impressive. You should show it to Nava if you haven't already. I have. It led nowhere. So do I ask Nava about her father somehow? Hang on, what was that evidence about the alibi? Yeah, that's entirely different, yeah. I do need to check that though. Ferret, who we've seen somewhere and didn't show this. Damn it. We don't have Dorian in here, and I can't think of any other. Maybe try and talk to her about Orland? How well do you know Navigator Orland, if you don't mind me asking? We haven't talked much in many years, honestly. Of course, I knew him well as a kid. I basically grew up around here when he was still a farmer. Are you familiar with Engineer Zena's case against him? Of course, that's why he left. It was a big drama, but I was still very young when it happened. I went over the files. The most pertinent piece of evidence against him was a chemical compound used in a makeshift explosive. Hypothetical, is it possible that someone other than Orland or your father could have accessed this fertilizer? Yes, Stella, we've already established that your father, via her father, has access. Oh, that's what why you've been asking about this? I really think I told you all I know already. Yeah. Fortunately, Dad is dead as well. Both hers and mine. So that makes things a little tricky. Umberto, I'm looking into this old case involving Navigator Orland. You're talking about that really old one? The one that resulted in you trading places, yes. That's a surprise. Why are you telling me? Do you believe he's guilty of the crime he was convicted of? Chief, I really don't know why you believe I know the answer to this. Fair enough. I only know that he claims to be innocent to this day. Do you believe him? At least he's never lied about anything else to me. Well, that's something. Who do we even have accessible here? Yes, let's blame Chi-Chi. That would be very funny. Just put him again. Claim case closed again. Yeah, okay, not really making progress here. Let's head to medical. Check in with the doctor regarding the alibi. Make some progress on a case at least. I don't trust any of these people. Oh, well that's surprising. Chi-Chi, what the hell is your problem? And off she runs. You're not Yaha. Yaha was, I think, in the next one with the kid, right? No, this is the one. Excellent. Something alibi. Dr. Yaha, I have a quick question for you. What is it, Chief? Where were you at the moment of the power outage? I was at the bar in the residential area. Who were you with? Barrett and Joseph. Why do you ask? Trying to gather some facts about the incident. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be Joseph Alt. So I guess it won't hurt to ask Barrett to... Why is she now a piece of evidence? Fascinating. To the museum, you say? That's... That works, I guess, yeah. I checked inside here, right? Oh, but not since the latest development. Historian Baptiste. Chief? How are you holding up? Terrible. I'm sifting through the wreckage of irreplaceable Earth artifacts here. I'm sorry, but I need to ask you a few questions. What did Ocean and Devon do today? Didn't pay close attention. God damn it, dude. They arrived a little later than me and left for the break room at some point. Suppose they spent most of the day in the activities room, since I didn't see them here. Did you see someone put something into the recycler in the break room? No. Thank you. So what did you do today? I arrived at 10:45, like I do every day. I went for a quick coffee in the break room and returned here to continue salvaging the exhibits. Do you remember when you went to the break room? No, I'm afraid not. I was back here by the time Devon arrived. We all have to use the entrance over there, because the door at the activities room entrance is broken. Thank you. Okay. What was the timing? 11:13. Okay. Doesn't list a specific time though. Too bad. Hello, Ocean. Stella, hi. Hi, Ocean. How are you? Had better days for sure, but I guess I shouldn't complain. Still in much better shape than this whole place. And you? I think many of us are waiting for a statement of the crew. We still don't know exactly what has happened. We're still trying to figure that out. I hope we will have some answers soon. I see. So what are you doing here? I'd like to ask you a few questions. Sure. What did you do today? I arrived sometime before 11 and joined Dad in the break room for coffee. Then I came to the activities room to help take inventory. Did you leave this room again at any point? No, I stayed here the whole time. Through which door did you enter the building? I mean, there's only the one, right? Yeah. No, god damn it. There we go. Yeah, exactly, the one door. What have Devran and Baptiste been up to today? Baptiste spent most of his time in the museum, I think. Dad was in the break room with me and then joined me here. Did you see someone put something into the recycler? No. Okay, now that's all. Oh, Devran! Hello. Caretaker Devran. Chief, good to see you. How are you holding up? The incident was a disaster for the museum, to be honest. Many exhibits have been destroyed. We can't exactly manufacture replacements for artifacts from Earth. I would question why you decided to bring any, but sure, that isn't my problem. Can I ask you a few questions? What have Ocean and Baptiste been up to today? Baptiste was already here when I arrived. Ocean joined me in the break room while I was having coffee. She went to the activities room before me. I followed soon after. Did you leave the activities room again? No, I stayed here the whole time. And Ocean? I was talking to Tonio, so I didn't pay attention. Did you see someone put something into the recycler? No. And what about you? I arrived sometime before 11 and had a coffee in the break room shortly after. Ocean joined me a few minutes later. Then I went to the activities room. We're still accessing the damage here. The only thing we can really hope to repair in here is the door over there. Engineer Tonio is already working on it from the other side. Good day, Chief. Come around outside if you want to have a chat. Engineer Tonio. So it's safe to assume that nobody used that door today? Yeah, we all came through the museum. When did Tonio come here? Don't remember the exact time, to be honest. But he actually wasn't in here at all. Got straight to work on that door from the other side. And that's all from you? Now, let's see. Who is contradicting each other here? We have Baptiste at 10:45 and then a coffee in the break room a little later before Devran arrived. Okay, we definitely need to talk to Tonio. Chi-Chi is really everywhere. Chi-Chi, I'm really not sure what to do with you. What's the problem? Don't you want to go back? And off she goes. I guess that's a no. Right, hi Tonio. Glad to see you in good health. The engineers are largely okay. Probably because most of us were wearing... Probably because most of us were wearing helmets during the incident. That's good to hear. We really need you to keep the ship together right now. Indeed you do. Do you remember when exactly Devrin joined you here? He was already standing there when I arrived. And when did you arrive? At 11:15. Okay. And it was 11:13 when the papers were trashed, yes? Yeah. Yeah, Devrin being at the door at 11:15 unfortunately does absolutely nothing for an alibi. Aw. Let's check what's his name, Engineer Ferret, for that alibi as well. He was down here somewhere, right? Eric and Noelia, okay. Was he networking then? Nobody's in the power node, at least I don't think. There you are, excellent, yeah. Okay, about that alibi. I have a question for you, if I may. What were you doing when the power outage occurred? I was in the residential area, Chief, celebrating Arrival Day. Do you remember who you were with? I was chatting with Navigator Joseph and Dr. Yaha. Okay, so all three of them are confirming each other's alibi, and really the main question is about Navigator Joseph. Goody. This is the general stuff, right? So, Noelia, Orland, Joseph, Eric, and Asher. Orland won't really talk to us until we solve the other thing. But I think he's a red herring. Joseph has a solid alibi. And Eric and Noelia supposedly both have been busy doing the work here, right? Or anything that's the old Clays, yeah. That's Eric, yeah, okay. So, let's see if you both confirm each other. Or let's just ask about Asher. He was working at the navigation room earlier, but he got really tired. Said he needed to go rest at his bunk for a little bit. Okay. Okay, she has nothing to say about Eric. I'm guessing you have nothing to say about Noelia. Okay. What do you have to say about the others? Nothing. Okay. Back to the bunks. Hello, Asher. Just checking in. How are you doing? Very tired, Chief. I was about to go to bed. Had a pretty exhausting shift, I imagine? Very much so, but that's not it. I'm sick, Chief. Been having to take it slow for a while now. I'm sorry to hear that. Can I ask what the diagnosis is? There isn't really a name for it because it was never a thing back on Earth. The docs have dubbed it interstellar dystrophy. Some people are hypersensitive to the living conditions out here. Seems to be genetic. You know, cosmic radiation, electromagnetic fields, recycled air, artificial gravity. It all works together to make you weak and tired and eventually kill you one way or another. Only way to find out if it affects you is to try living in space. I was unlucky. Eric's kid seems to have the same problem. Such a shame to be so sick at his age. I heard about it. Never knew the two of you had the same affliction. Do you mind if I ask you something? You're one of the two engineers who have access to navigation room, right? Correct. Where were you around the time of the power outage? I was resting right here in my bunk. Like I said, I've been taking it slow. Anybody here with you? No, of course not. Ah. Have you been to the navigation room since the incident? Yeah, I had it there a while after the lights came back on. I helped with getting back into the system for as long as I could, but I got too tired after a while. Welcome back, that was a quick lunch. No, we're just bugging people about all the other people. And the bloody Quetzaloxl ran away again. And this dude, who's the main person without an obvious alibi right now, told us he has the same genetic disease as the kid earlier. Which really doesn't help. I see. What is lunch then? I mean, presumably all of it is yeah, actually, do we have like some kind of evidence about the disease itself? No. We just heard about it. Oh. I guess we could try going back to navigation. Right. Joseph, what can you tell me about... Well, I guess Orland. Nothing. What about Ferret? Nothing. Asher? Nothing. So you have nothing to say about any of your fellow suspects. Do you know where I can find Engineer Eric or Navigator Noelia? They helped us out at the navigation room for a while earlier, until we ran into a problem with access rights that can only be fixed down in the server room. So now they're in the server room in the inner hull A? I think so, yes. Yeah, we knew that. We already talked to them down there. So I guess we need to clean up this nonsense, huh? Can I ask you about, Can I ask Orland about Orland? I really want to ask about her father or mine. But neither of them are in here, right? That's very frustrating. Let's ask him about Zena, though. About your ex-partner, Zena. You believe you were unjustly convicted. Do you think she had an active part in that? Ooh. You think she set you up? Or conspired with someone who did? Look, I don't have proof, but don't you think the timing was a little odd? The custody battle over our son wasn't going her way. Just as the ethics committee doesn't rule the way she wants, this new allegation is made against me. Why would I break the law and ruin things for myself? I had everything to lose and nothing to gain. I told them the same, but they wouldn't hear it. Do you know about her condition, or is that recent? Apparently that is not something. What about Lewis? Where even is he? He was down here somewhere, yes? Yes. I mean, he is your son, but sure. Okay, what actually did that add to the case? Yeah, see, the problem is that two of the main sus people are dead. That really doesn't help us. Okay, Edelridge should be around here somewhere, right? Yeah, security is just one down. Are there stairs? There aren't. That's very annoying. Say, Edelridge, what do you know about my dad's bonsai? Nothing. Ah, too bad. No. What about Orlan's conviction? Ah. I mean, kinda. Because the bonsai still being alive proves that you can absolutely get the important fertilizer and stuff out of botanics if you're influential enough. But the only people that indicates is the dead farmer and the dead chief of security, which really doesn't help. Hey, what do you think of this? Like, of all the people we have available for the guilty party, nobody here strikes me as immediately questionable, except maybe for Xena? Thing that Dorian gave him. Like, Dorian is just as unavailable as a suspect as everyone else. So things are kinda pointing towards Xena. I'm gonna try and talk to Louis again. The break was just like down here, yes? Yeah. Hey Louis, did anyone feed you by now? He does nothing about that, yeah. Can I talk to him about Orland? Yeah, my biological father, we don't talk much. What about him? Nothing. And your mom? Nothing. Bloody hell. But speaking of mom, maybe I could talk to her again. Well, at least the dude is down from the bar. Where was his bunk? Top level. Zena, have a look at this record. Do you know what this is? I'm not sure. It's used in the farm area. Oh, it's the... Did Chief William show you this? How would my dad get his hands on it? Well, from Dorian, we know that. I just thought, because it's part of the case against my ex-husband. He used this to break into my bunk. So I've heard. Yeah, that wasn't helpful at all. I feel like we have all the information and there's just something not clicking for me. Was the guilty party just Zena? Like, that feels too simple, but like, I don't see a logical other explanation. Teacher Mariola, Teacher Simon, how are you holding up? Chief, we're still in shock, but physically okay. We just finished going around the bunks to check on all the kids. Seems like they're all accounted for, thankfully? Thankfully. Most of them are actually in better spirits than I thought. I guess they haven't depleted all their optimism yet. That's dark, Chief. Sorry. You're too young, I think, as are you, but yeah. Shot in the dark. This was still blocked, right? Maybe not. Let's find out. No, it's still blocked. Okay. Oh. Can I ask one of you about the sickness thing? Yeah, what's his face? Yeah, him. Nothing. Okay. And nobody in here, and nothing in here as well. Yeah, Arjun is no longer relevant to any of the cases we're working on right now. I'm kind of wondering because, well, the bloody cat can be anywhere. But I'm not sure how to progress on any of the main bits that we have open right now. I feel like the 20-year-old case needs to be done first. Though this also feels solvable. Unfortunately, not in a great way. Everyone in there technically could have done it. Baptiste came first. What did he say actually? Baptiste, Baptiste, Baptiste. There. You were back in the museum by the time Devlin arrived. What about Ocean? So, yeah, Baptiste was already there. That checks. Ocean joined me in the break room while I was having a coffee. Meanwhile, she says she was in the break room with Baptiste. She doesn't say anything about Devlin, really. Yeah, these two don't fit together. What does Chi-Chi have to say? I see nothing. The whole thing with Engineer Tonio weirds me out as well, because like him arriving at 11:15 and Devlin already being on the other side of the door seems meaningful, but at the same time, where's that bloody place? Yeah, activities room and museum, or rather the break room in between the two of them, it's not that far. 2 minutes is more than enough to dump everything in the recycler and then move on. It's not exactly an alibi for Devlin, but it's kind of presented like it should be an alibi for someone. Yeah, so here's the break room. Right. Okay, let's go at this from the top again. That seems easier. There we are. Yeah. Dad was in the break room with me and then joined me here. Except you're much closer to Devran than to anything. I'm still confused. I might be mildly overthinking things, yes, that's entirely possible. In both cases, possibly, which isn't great. I kinda wanna finish at least one of them before we stop today, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like my brain is doing the smarts, which is not helpful. Maybe we call it quits here, see if next week Art can deal with the problem. That is indeed when the brain dies, yes. Actually, Mojito has started playing The Root Trees Are Dead on Friday. And he made it to almost 4 hours before he said, yeah, my brain is entirely gone, we gotta go. And then he was back online yesterday, like morning-ish, for another 4 hours. That was great. Lots of suffering. There's the onion again. Yeah, you know what? I think we take that as the as a good end signal. Onionoins. Okay. Hopefully next week my brain is a little more refreshed, so that at least it's a lovely game. It's just yeah, brain reset. Just you know, I'll just take a quick hammer and punk. That should do the reset. Now where do we go? Do we go anywhere? Is anyone streaming this? Category between... Sadly, nobody is streaming this. Oh, of course, Dean. Whatever you're up to on a Sunday, well, afternoon now, barely. She's not controlling. That a name? Oh, so it is. Oh, more blueprints. Sure, that sounds like a plan. Ooh, I think. Instead of the usual, we're doing... We're doing this as a raid message. And of course, for the non-subs, just replace the potatoes with this. So, thanks everyone for hanging out. Thank you, Jay, for the raid. Thanks anyone who stuck around from Jade to now get dumped into more blueprints. You can never leave. I hope everyone has a good rest of Sunday, good start in the next week, and I shall see you all in all the chats and well, next week for more of this nonsense with a fresh brain, hopefully. Have a good day and bye-bye.